Time again for Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Sub Pontificate Poster. We have just left the Still Ruins and come out this way into the canyons area, and you'll find these guys running around, White Claw Raiders. They're sort of the main random faction that's running around here. They're bandits. And by killing them and looting their corpse, we'll find more of those research supplies, and we'll find out what we'll be doing with those in just a little bit. These Chantry Trail markers are side quests. When you have followed the path and found enough of them, they will unlock a special area. And apparently we've been transported to Arches National Park. With one addition.
We're fighting her, right? Tell me we're fighting her, boss.
Oh, probably. See ya. Head into this small slot canyon. I would avoid these hyenas if I could, but they're kind of dumb and aggressive, so we just fuck them up. Dog leather for all your crafting needs. Fucking platforming. Back that way to our left is where our original camp was. There's a quarry here which we need for upgrading Skyhold, so we grab it. And in this little nook back here, a book. Some Chantry dude thought he'd go see a statue. It didn't work out for him very well, I guess. And we're going to set up a camp here. It's pretty centrally located to a lot of things we need to do, so it's good to unlock this particular camp. Off there in the distance is where we're going to meet Hawk and Alistair. And this little guy right by our camp.
Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
Not
I
exactly.
think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frederick of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw Raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
Science!
You're a scholar. What can you tell me about this region?
The Western Approach is a remarkable place, as you are no doubt aware. Many magnificent creatures make their home here. Vargusts, dragons, phoenixes. They thrive where few others can. The land was poisoned by the Second Blight. The Warden Fortress has stood since that time. Before the Blight, the ancient Imperium ruled here. Actually, I saw some Tevinters recently. Studying the runes, perhaps.
Well, they were.
The rest of your team went missing, and there are raiders all over the area. Should you be here alone?
I don't know what happened to the rest of the expedition, but the raiders have left me completely undisturbed. I have also seen Grey Wardens and strangers in odd black clothing, but they all ignore my presence completely.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a professor at the University of Orlais. I have made it my life's work to write the definitive monograph on the hunting habits of dragons and their closest kin. On this trip alone, I have produced 20 scrolls of notes. More scholarship than has ever been done on the Southern Vargest. But my hope, my great ambition, is to observe the abyssal high dragon taking her prey. A sight no scholar has ever recorded.
And this is the guy we give all
I
that
have the
stuff to.
supplies you were waiting for.
In case you hadn't
right
figured
here.
that out.
Some of our equipment is still missing. If you happen to find more of it, please let me know.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Why would the bandits leave a scholar alone?
Check out his setup. Pretty pimp for a tent in the middle of the fucking desert. Look for carts. They have a tendency to have loot by them. That one up there doesn't have any, though. Here's another chantry marker.
The trail leads on.
In this open area, we'll be returning to a couple of times. Not sure if it was a temple or what at some point. Lots of dead stuff. That will become relevant later. Nothing really up here. No loot, no treasure. At least not right now.
This is a dry heat. No good at all.
No, that's the best kind of heat bowl. Down here's this little cave area. With some kind of camp. We'll steal their shit. They won't mind, right? I guess whoever that was isn't an appreciator of art. This cave will unlock once you have gotten all of the chantry markers, so we'll come back. Now, once we come back to this area, there are quite a few white claws around, and by killing them, we'll collect the rest of Frederick's research supplies for him. So many explosions. Each one of these groups has a rogue that goes into stealth. There it goes. Sometimes you'll just stand around for a minute waiting for them to rematerialize. There's our stuff.
These are probably the supplies that little man was waiting for.
They're easier to spot when they're on fire. now we'll move to the next area, which is Griffin Wing Keep. We saw a reference to this in the notes out in front of the still ruins. It's a pretty badass looking structure. And it's the keep for the area, so we'll be capturing it. If you go to the front door, it's locked. So you have to sneak in another way. A couple of Venatori back in here. I brought Bull to this area for a couple of reasons. One we'll see in another video, but you also can gain some approval with Bull by killing random groups of Venatori, just like that. So he's good to bring here, because these guys are wandering around everywhere, and you can farm a little approval with him. Have our mage destroy the barrier, and in we go. And a mosaic piece down here. This is how we get into the keep. We climb up the well rope, I guess. And there's some Venatori inside, and we give them a nice little welcome.
Shall we not?
That was like the best grappling hook ever. Mostly in death. Bull got lit the fuck up. I just keep catapulting into this guy because it's faster than trying to climb the ladder. Whee! Ooh, jibs! And once we've taken all the enemies out here, this gate opens.
Here, Inquisitor! I am ready to serve! Life is nothing! He will reign!
Okay, dude.
The warrior! Master, I join your glory.
Blah, blah, blah.
We should bring in our forces to occupy the castle.
I think we should. Claim one more keep. Sarah's got some funny dialogue if you take her about spitting off the battlements. Ours now.
Inquisitor, you're early. We've barely been set up a week. I have a patrol out at the moment. Some of the men sighted darkspawn in the area. The Venatori have retreated, but scouts haven't pinpointed where they've gone yet. We're reasonably well entrenched here, but the keep's water supply has been problematic. It's causing delays.
So there's a whole bunch of shit that we'll have to take care of. And Griffin Wing, wander around and check everywhere. There are a lot of treasure chests hidden behind things and in little nooks and crannies. Pretty. And a lot of these platforms, so again, this one doesn't have anything on it, but do some climbing around and you can probably find some stuff. And I kept this in because everybody just freaked the fuck. Dorian, no! Oh. I don't know where he went. Bull, what the fuck is up with your arm? Cassandra, everybody just shit the bed right here. Butts too, can't climb stairs. No, really, Bull, what the fuck is up with your arm? And Jesus. Bull, I really don't think this is the time for that. Get your hand out of your pants. And Dorian has spawned inside the wall. I don't fucking know what happened there.
By the time I'm done with you recruits, every one of you pathetic nug babies will be ready to face a high dragon.
And this soldier and his recruits have some interesting dialogue, and I'll keep coming back to try and catch that for you because it's worth it. Another little set of battlements out here. And down here's our merchant.
Just don't touch the merchandise. Some of it is poisoned.
Ooh, good. And just up above the merchant's table, back here in the corner, is a rift globe. So bring Solus and get a little extra approval with him if you need to. It looks like you can go out here, but you can't. We'll check in with Rylan and get the deets on what's really going on.
What's wrong with the water supply?
The fort's well is full of garbage. Blasted Venatori threw corpses in there. There's an oasis nearby, but a Vargast claimed it. Doing a decent job of keeping us away, too.
I think our men are kind of idiots because 4 of us can take it out, but the entire garrison can't.
To drive the monster out.
What can you tell me about the darkspawn in the area?
The Darkspawn seem to have emerged since we took the keep.
And so now there'll be Darkspawn running around in front of the keep.
Absolutely necessary. We don't need a blight in the ranks. We have to find whatever hole the monsters came from and seal it.
We haven't met, have we? What's your name, soldier? Where have you served?
I beg your pardon, Inquisitor. Knight Captain Rylan at your service. I served...
Rylan's one of the guys that does announcing for the multiplayer, if that voice sounds familiar and you've played it at all.
Commander Cullen offered me a job, and I was glad to do anything to help stop all this madness.
What's your duties here, Captain?
I am Commander Cullen's second-in-command. As such, I handle logistics for many of our more high-risk missions. I also coordinate reports for the commander from agents out in the field.
If you were in Starkhaven, how do you know Cullen?
After Kirkwall exploded,
That's one way to put it.
sent aid. Rubble fell on much of the city. A lot of people were homeless or trapped in collapsed buildings. I coordinated rescue efforts, and met Cullen while he was trying to command what was left of Kirkwall's Templars.
You didn't want to leave the Chantry with the others of your order?
Sacred duties are all well and good, but someone needs to do real work now and then. If the barracks are on fire, I'm going for water, not standing around smiting the ash for heresy. Ah, respectfully speaking, of course, Inquisitor.
Like I give a shit.
How is the Inquisition treating you so far, Captain?
It's good work. Some of it's a touch batty, but I'm always glad
Don't need to tell me that.
useful, Inquisitor. There's no shortage of things that need repaired, shored up, or just a good bucket of water dumped on them.
Carry on, Captain.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Now out in front of the keep, this area, there are a couple of operations you can unlock. Fair amount of darkspawn running around here. That's a quillback. They have decent leather for crafting. Mixing with the darkspawn.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Fucking Gurn. These are phoenixes. Here's one of our operations.
We can't cross this.
The Darkspawn got through. I'll have to see what our people at Skyhold can do.
And if you try and wander into those green clouds, you will just stop and everyone will start choking like they use the outhouse after Ogren. Fair mix of darkspawn. You'll have ghouls, Hurlocks, which are the bow guys,
Dead!
and they'll just respawn infinitely until you take care of the problem, so farm XP or whatever if you need to. And that gate down there we cannot get into. You can only access that area after you complete that war table mission. This is just right outside the keep, as you can see. You come back to this area for multiple quests. We need to do some more stuff for Frederick, and I'll do that off camera because it's not very exciting, but a lot of that is located in this general area. Over here's the other operation you can unlock.
It's no use. We can't cross here.
Someone at Skyhold will have a solution.
It's called a bridge. Apparently we can't figure that out on our own. And the alphas. Not nearly as much trouble as they once were. At least not in this area. There's also a camp you can set up over there to the left where that ruin is. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but... Well, now that we've captured the keep and murdered a bunch of darkspawn, we are going to be done with today's video. So thanks for joining us for Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm Subponicate Poster.